Hi, it's Kimbun. This video is going to be a little bit of a rant, so I hope you'll bear with me. So last week I did a piece covering the shenanigans of the People's Power Party that happened on the 16th of March. If you haven't seen it, I have it in the links below and above. But I'll cover the highlights in this video so you can still follow. Yesterday, Mr. Goh Meng Seng, chief of the PPP, had a follow-up announcement following that incident.
And after serious consideration, because my good friend here, Mr. Ravi Philemon, have also indicated they have worked the ground in Yishun, well, as much as we have done in the past. And his team is ready to take on Yishun.
I was reminded of a comment made by one of our viewers, and a shout out to Brosy BBK, who mentioned that the Red Dot United is slowly creeping its way to be a genuine fourth opposition. I'm still feeling my way around the RDU, but I'm also starting to come around to that thinking. And by the way, this channel has zero affiliation with them. This political party was 3 weeks old when they came into the last elections in 2020. Although they had quite a poor showing in Jurong GRC, garnering only 28% of the votes, they continued to put in effort, launching a town council management plan for Jurong last year. Also, they started outreach in Yishun in 2024, even setting up a Facebook page specifically for the region. And right after the EBRC report was released, they immediately confirmed their intention to run in Yishun. I think these are signs of a political party that is systematic and serious, so they are one to watch for me beyond the big three in Singapore's opposition.
Right. In view of that, we felt that our objective have achieved in certain ways.
Let us revisit the objectives, or should I say singular objective that Mr. Goh just said. And if I can just channel the PAP and Workers' Party on what the people want versus what Mr. Goh thinks the people wants.
But I know cost of living remains a concern for many Singaporeans.
Life is very tough for the Singapore that is in the heartland. Concerns over jobs, prices, housing costs and opportunities continue for many Singaporeans and their households.
Our sole issue is about LGBTQ agenda.
To be honest, while dying on the hill over LGBTQ issues amidst Singaporeans' other more pressing concerns is odd, I would respect a person if they stood the ground for what they believed in.
Whoever governs Singapore must have that iron in him, or give it up. This is not a game of cards. This is your life and mine. I've spent a whole lifetime building this. And as long as I'm in charge, nobody's going to knock it down.
Fight the good fight, like Mr. Lee Kuan Yew said. Then this next bit came.
If Shanmugam announced next day that he's not confirmed not going to field the LGBTQ activists and apologize to all the Christian leaders, Singaporeans for creating such anxiety, I'm glad to withdraw my team. That for the time being, I do not think that the PAP would actually carry out the intention of fielding these LGBTQ activists as a candidate in Yishun, right?
So what surprised me was a withdrawal from Yishun 6 days after announcing his party's intent to contest. What puzzled me even more was his withdrawal, which was predicated on PAP withdrawing their potential LGBTQ activist candidate. And if you missed that news, the potential candidate in question is Ms. Doreen Sim, a lawyer and member of the Pink Dot Singapore, who was seen walking with Minister Shanmugam at the PAP walkabout in Chong Pang on the 26th of January. So as of today, PAP have not announced the Yishun team, and they probably will not do that until the right of elections are issued. So what changed in the 6 days between the 16th and the 22nd of March is a complete mystery to me. So maybe Mr. Goh will explain himself on other reasons for his withdrawal.
And we felt that opposition unity is important. Everybody is saying that. If there's a way of reconciliation between parties, we are very glad that we will talk about it.
So this part on opposition unity is good. I think that the majority of Singaporeans would welcome larger opposition representation in Parliament, so opposition unity is one step towards getting there. So that sounded great, until I looked at the People's Power Party's track record. I only had to go back 1 month ago on the 24th of February, So on that day, the PPP announced that they are leaving the four-party alliance with the People's Voice, Reform Party and Democratic Progress Party, and the reasons will floor you. So this is what Mr. Goh said about multi-corner fights.
We do not need to get our face torn by all these talks of three-corner fight.
So for a man who says that opposition unity is important, he left the alliance because he wanted to contest in Tampines GRC, which was not agreeable to his alliance partners, because you guessed it, it would set up a multi-corner fight. For a man who says that opposition unity is important, he left the alliance because he claimed that COVID-19 vaccines caused a high chance of severe side effects, something his alliance partners also could not agree with. Well, I did some research on that. Out of the 11 research papers that the PPP cited, 9 were, and I'm going to be kind, say that they were questionable. So 2 studies were removed or redrawn. 5 papers did not even exist. 1 was based on theory rather than actual incidents, and 1 did not even talk about COVID-19. I cannot even make this up, and I linked the summary document in the description below if you're interested. So there is a lot of talk about opposition unity, but very little walking the talk. And it appears that Mr. Goh has put his own party before opposition unity, and for questionable reasons.
And indeed, I have several conversations with Mr. Ravi Philemon of the SG of RDU, and we have come to the conclusion, right? It is time for us actually to move on and let RDU have a clean fight in Yishun. And we have come to the agreement, right? We will not touch Yishun and allow RDU to carry on the contest in Yishun, right? Without further ado, right, I will let Ravi say. Good luck to you.
So let me just say this. This all seems like a face-saving exercise for the People's Power Party to step aside from the Yishun contest. Maybe this is about not wanting to lose the substantial deposits to run an election. Maybe it is genuinely about letting the RDU front a good fight. Or maybe it's about having another 5 minutes of fame. I'll never know, but what I do know is that moments like this put a bad light on the opposition community as a whole. So Singaporeans who may be indifferent to politics may hear about this absurdity that has happened and associate the negative sentiments with the broader opposition and vote accordingly. So it's important that one bad apple does not bring down the whole tree. It's my earnest hope that when one seeks political office, that they do it for the right reasons. For country, for people, for self, in that order. For me personally, this was a very frustrating event to watch unfold over the past week, but I shall stop my rant. So what do you think about what has happened with the People's Power Party and Mr. Goh Meng Seng? Let us know in the comments below. Otherwise, I'll see you at the next Red Dot Perspective tomorrow.